Hey, what's going on, fam? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Fort Bliss RV Park here in El Paso, Texas. It's a beautiful day today. So Peggy and I were having a discussion like, what are we gonna do today? And she made a suggestion that we go on post and see what they have to offer and see what kind of suggestions they might have for getting out in El Paso. It's basically our last day here anyway, but we're gonna try to get out and see at least one more thing, a couple more things before we leave. The first thing I thought about was I need a haircut. Now, many of you know that I retired from the Army after about 25 and a half years. I don't need to get a haircut before I go on post, but I don't know. I just felt like I wanted to. So I gave myself a good regulation haircut, nice high and tight, as we used to call it. I don't even know what they call it anymore. And I shaved, but I left a little goatee part on there. I don't know. But anyway, I'm close to regulations. So I feel better about going on post right now. It's a little bit chilly this morning. And so I decided it's a little military story time. So we were stationed in Germany, and y'all know Germany gets cold. Yeah, this right here, it's like chilly, barely. But in Germany, it gets cold. I think it was about 12 below zero, right? Now, every morning, Monday through Friday, we form up together to do PT, physical training, at 0630. And we standing around waiting for formation, and we are out there freezing our butts off. Now, I'm a sergeant first class at the time, which is a good rank, but it's nowhere near the highest rank. We had lieutenants and captains out there, a couple master sergeant. There was a sergeant major somewhere in the background. I walk up to the front of the formation, call everybody to attention, and tell everybody 0900 work call. This is by far the bravest or dumbest thing I've ever done in the military. But when I did it, everybody just accepted it. They're like, okay, well, we'll come back at 0900. I canceled PT. And at 0900, all the other sergeant first class came up to me and was like, who gave you permission to do that? I said, nobody. I was cold. And they just laughed, and I was a legend. Now, I know somebody's gonna say, oh, that's bad, you shouldn't do that and all that kind of stuff. You know what though? Sometimes you gotta make a safety call. 12 below, people are gonna start getting sick and injured. And I made a safety call. And after further review from the sergeant major and everybody else who found out about it, they said I made the right call. So I'm glad I stood up and made that decision. I would have expected somebody else to do it, but I did it. And I became a legend. So now we're gonna head back to the truck. Peggy's probably about ready to getting dressed. We're gonna head on post, fam. All right.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, what's up, fam?
Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another vlog. So today, Donald and I are gonna get out and explore El Paso a little bit more. And the RV park in El Paso is not on the military base, just for those who don't know. So it's about what, 2 miles?
About 2 miles.
2 or 3 miles to the military base. So we're going to take you there because I'm going to rate this layout wise as one of the best RV parks ever. And the reason why I say that, like, we're going to take the beaches away and, you know, all that fun stuff away, and just practical. So there's a place called Freedom Park, and Freedom Park has everything. Like, you don't even have to leave base to go shopping. They have, you know, back in the day when they had the outdoor shopping malls where you would, you know, all the stores were connected in a building, but you would have to go outside to get to the building, if I'm making sense.
Yeah.
So anyway, they have a Dollar Tree. They have a Chili's. They have
Texas Roadhouse.
They have all the restaurants, and then they have like an Under Armour store. They have a movie theater, and they call it Freedom Park. I like it because you could sit outside, have a warm, toasty drink or a drink, and you could sit out by the fire and enjoy the day. And I'm like, that is such a noble idea.
I've probably been to about 15 bases. 13 to 15 bases, and I've never seen anything set up as well as they set it up here at Fort Bliss. Say what you want about the area or whatever else it is, the Fort Bliss, they took care of their soldiers. Yeah.
And I'm just like, I love this place. Like, I love the layout of this place, but this is a really big military
Yeah,
base.
it's the second largest military installation in the United States.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think it's second only to Fort Hood in size. Yeah. So it is humongous. And so I guess there's a lot of soldiers going to be available. A lot of military service members going to be here, and they need that kind of thing. And I wonder why they don't set up something like this on other installations.
But it has to be a big one, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the bigger ones. It can't be a small one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But on the bigger installations, if they had this, like, it would just be not like they have like a play zone for the kids. You know. What do you call it? Like a bouncy house?
Bouncy, yeah, it's like an indoor bouncy castle place.
Yeah, they have that, and I think I see the movie theater. And
they
stuff
got pubs.
Like
they got like Pete said, Starbucks, Under Armour.
We'll just show them as we go, because what we're doing today is we're going to go in and talk to MWR or Outdoor Rec or the Travel Center. They probably have it all wrapped in one, just to see if there's something really good that we should be seeing that we're not. Because this is our last full day in El Paso. So we want to think big. You got to be thinking big. You got to think big. You got to think big. So that's what we're going to do. So right now we got DJ in the back.
Yeah.
Him and Donald just came back from a long walk and play, so he's tired. Hey, Poo-Poo. So he got his head down. He don't want to be bothered right now. But you will see DJ in the video. And thank you guys so much for all the love and support of DJ yesterday. Like, I felt it, and I don't know if he felt it, but I just really appreciate you guys so much. We have got, thank you for those of you who sent the CashApps. I don't know if you want to be known or not, but we really appreciate it, and we're going to use it all for DJ. So thank you.
Yeah. For those of y'all who are wondering whether DJ ate that puppy birthday cake, this is all that was left of it right here. And so he was still staring at me wanting the last little piece. So he liked it, and he liked it a lot. So that worked out really good. I'm glad he liked it. He had a really good day yesterday too. Went to the dog park 3 times. 3 times. So he had a really good day.
Good stuff. Yeah. All right, fam. So we will see you at what? Freedom Park.
All right, fam.
All righty. All right, guys. So we just left the travel center. We talked to a really nice young lady, and she says in the winter there's really not a lot of things that are open. So she suggested that we go over to the museum here,
The old Ironside Museum.
the Ironside Museum. She was like, that's where I took my parents when they came. She was like, I promise you, it's just really not a lot. You can go downtown and see the church and old buildings and great places to eat, but in the winter it's just nothing really to do unless you want to do a hike.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Now, I know a lot of you in our last video left a lot of great places and great ideas, but we're going to pass.
Well, they got like art museums and zoos and stuff. And Peggy and I, we've been zooed out. We probably went to, I don't know how many zoos over the past.
Right, because we always go to a zoo. I'm like, hey, you can't go wrong with a zoo. Let's go
Yeah.
see what kind of animals this one got.
And then the art museums, it's kind of lost their draw for it. We went to a bunch of it. After we went to the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C., and we went to the Louvre in Paris, it's going to be kind of hard to top those.
Because we did a lot of this stuff when we were over in Germany. I mean, I know I mentioned Germany a lot, but we did a lot of this stuff when we were over in Germany, like seeing churches and stuff like that,
Yeah.
cathedrals and all the art museum. Like, I'm not an artsy person, so I mean, people who love it, and I'm not knocking it. Like, you love what you love, but I'm just not that girl. You know, I'm not. Donna was into it more than I am. Like, when we were over, when we lived overseas, I did go to a lot of museums, but I thought it was really nice because it was the first time.
Yeah.
Like in Paris, when you go to the museums, you can put the headphones on, you can get the history behind the paintings and stuff like that as you walk through. I thought that was super cool. But then after you viewed about 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, then you get to 10 and you're like, okay, I'm over it. And I'm not trying to make light of it, but I'm just over that part of it.
Yeah. I used to go to all the African History Museum. I went to them in Savannah. I went to them in Atlanta. I went to them in D.C. I went to them all over the place and stuff. And like I said, it's kind of like merges together. So, hey, maybe we'll see something different. We're gonna head downtown and see what we can find and see what we can find there and stuff. But the Freedom Park area is really nice.
Extremely nice.
Yes. So inside it had a whole lot of places like the Texas Roadhouses and a few other cafes, Cinnabon, Auntie Anne. I love Auntie Anne's. Yeah. Starbucks, Denny's, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's a little area right before you go inside the PX that has a lot of the crafters. Their crafters could show their wares and stuff. Like we saw masks and we saw someone made tumblers and stuff. All the kind of things that Peggy, for those of y'all who know, Peggy is a crafter. She makes almost everything that we saw in there. Yeah. The masks, the tumblers, the bears, all that stuff. Everything that we saw in there, Peggy has made that stuff. It's just
vendors, like they let the vendors, whatever your craft is or whatever you want to sell or make or whatever, they'll let you rent a little space in the foyer area.
I call them kiosk or whatever.
The kiosk. Yeah, so you can rent a little kiosk and so people are getting ready for Valentine's Day, and so they're selling their goods, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, and then outside we saw the movie theater, Buffalo Wild Wings. They got an Irish pub with like a little pool table and some chairs and a fire pit out there. Blaze Pizza, a little playground area, Chipotle. Basically, just everything you want to try to do is here. But it's like this is like 10, 11 in the morning, so ain't nothing going on right now.
And plus it's a work day. So not too many people, but on the weekends I could see it being a lively place, because I know if we were supposed to be stationed here, Donald's last duty station before he retired, but I had just heard so many bad things about it, and I was just like, it was scary. But you can't listen to people.
You can't listen
to
people.
I'm saying? Because now that I'm here, I'm like,
that would have been so nice.
It would have been nice. You know what I'm saying? But I missed out on living here for a little while and exploring the area a little bit. Yeah. But it is what it is. So, a lot of soldiers that were coming from Germany back to America, they half the people that Donald was stationed with was being stationed here because they needed the soldiers. And another reason why I didn't want to go, because it was a high deployment place.
That's a good reason.
That's why I didn't want to come, because Donald had when Donald and I had only been married 3-4 months.
Yeah,
he was deployed to.
I was deployed
Iraq.
Yep,
he was deployed, and I was like, wait a minute, now
for 15 months.
I was like, wait a minute, you just moved me here. I don't know these people. I was like, I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody. But I had to, get fast on my feet. I met a couple women who kind of showed me the ropes because I was a new wife, didn't know anything, was making all kind of mistakes. But I'm just saying, a place like this, like if you live here, we had cars, but I'm just saying you could ride your bike, you could walk over to this area, and just really nice, right? Just a lot to do.
So this would have been better for a brand new spouse, a brand new area, because you don't have to leave base.
You don't have to leave base
because that was the hardest thing. You trying to figure out how to get around Augusta on your own without me being there.
I had never had to do that before in my life. Even though I was 40, y'all know I married Donna when I was 40, right? I was 41. When I married you. I was 41 when I married Donald, and it was a shock to my system, but I wouldn't change a thing because I liked the later part of his military life. Like I enjoyed it. I met some really nice people and got to see some really nice things, so I wouldn't give it up for the world. But so we're just gonna get into something, don't know what, because like I say, this is our last day here, and we want to make sure that we do something fun. And the good thing is tomorrow's travel day is only it's less than an hour.
Less than an hour, so we're not gonna leave till like 11 o'clock in the morning.
We don't have to rush because you can't get in too early because I don't think they let you check in before 12 o'clock or something like that.
So we leave like 11:15, 11:30.
Yeah, so we're just gonna take our time. Like I wish all of our travel days could be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have, but I really didn't unpack either. Like we still got a lot of stuff that was packed up, so we have to run and do our laundry because I like to get the laundry done before we go anywhere. And plus, I don't think White Sands has washer dryers.
Yeah, exactly. That's another thing in these RV streets. You gotta make sure get your clothes washed and everything.
Well, most people, again, we have this conversation all the time.
Oh,
most people have washer and dryers. We're the only ones that haven't, we haven't taken that bite yet. But he keep playing. We gonna take it because I need me a washer and dryer now. Okay, but anyway, we're just gonna try to make this a fun day. Find some things to do and go home and get packed up for tomorrow.
There you go.
All right, fam.
All right, fam.
We'll talk to you in the next clip.
Hey, what's going on, fam? So it is the next morning, and so it is moving day. We're going to be heading out to White Sands, New Mexico in a little bit. Before I head out, I just wanted to close out yesterday's video and let you know what happened. We ended up driving around downtown El Paso. Didn't really see much we wanted to get out and actually go look at. But around lunchtime, we decided to take a lot of people's advice and go to the L&J Cafe. Now, when we got there, we knew it was a very popular place because they had a parking attendant outside trying to guide everybody into the 40 or 50 parking spots they had. It was packed. It was non-stop packed. Whenever somebody was coming out, there was somebody else coming in. So it just stayed packed. But Peggy and I, we went inside. Well, I went inside and ordered us a couple of the recommended meals to go. Peggy got the deshebrada, which is like a pulled beef taco with fried tortilla shells, and it came with rice and beans, and I got the chicken enchiladas. So yeah, but that was pretty decent. But anyway, after that, we decided to come on home and just prepare for today, getting laundry done and stuff like that. I am looking forward to the day. I'm always looking forward to a new spot. Now, we're going into New Mexico, which is not very far away, but it's still another state, and that gives us our last sticker in this little southwest region. Yeah, it gives us our last sticker. We had New Mexico, a little empty hole right here on our stickers, so it's gonna be good to get that one filled in and see what it's like there. And then we were moving back into Texas and further east again, having a good time. Before we leave here, I just want to say a few things about the Fort Bliss RV Park. Peggy said it yesterday. This is a very nice, well laid out RV park. Has a very clean laundry room. It has lots of individual bathrooms and stuff, and bathrooms and showers. So, I mean, if you want to take a break, if you're living in a very small RV or a little camper or tent or whatever else, this place is the best place to take a little break off the road. Come in, get you a nice hot shower with your own little private bathroom, private shower area and everything. The cost is very good. And they got a lot of other stuff too. Say you want to get to a kitchen or something. Let me show you what they got over here behind me. So this is a very nice living room slash kitchen slash dining area that we didn't really use because we got all we need in our RV. But in case you can make use of this, it's a real nice thing to have here. Obviously, not all the spaces are padded and they're very big. They can handle any of the any size rig that you may have. They're not perfectly level. They all seem to be leaning towards the front. I guess this park is built on a little hill, but it doesn't take much to get your RV level. Of course, it's full hookup, water, electric. There's no cable, but you get a pretty good antenna signal for your TV. Now, one of DJ's favorite parts, of course, is the dog park. And I really like the dog park because it's really got plenty of room and it's divided into 3 little sections. So you can actually have 3 dogs here and all be separated by fences because not all dogs are social. Not all dogs are social. But so far we haven't come across any dogs that I felt would be a danger to Peggy or DJ. And of course you got these beautiful mountain views. So that's really, really nice to have when you're just sitting in on a cold day, sitting by the fireplace. You can look out the big back window and see the mountains and stuff. So that's really nice. This is a very, very nice spot. And I feel blessed that I'm able to take advantage of some place like this.
Take me in your arms, do just what you want. You're the one I trust. I belong to you. And I'll always be around when I need some loving, baby. And I'll never let you down. Let you down, let you down. I'm your song and you're playing all my melodies. There's no one else, 'cause baby we got chemistry. You give me feelings that I never knew. This heart of mine will always and forever belong to you. You and me were meant to be as one. The universe has known it all along. Maybe this is where our story starts.